Hey YouTube, Matty's Daddy 12 here with another legit YGO deck profile. And in this one, well, this one's been kind of a couple months in the making. I have been dabbling with my Chaos Stun again for the last couple of months, trying to make it work. And what I've come to realize is that once you get behind in card advantage with that deck, like, it does not matter what's going on. Once you get behind in card advantage, like, you just cannot gain it back, and you cannot keep up with your opponent. So, like, you have to have a way to gain free pluses and just gain free advantage on your opponent, and like the Chaos Stun just did not have a way to do that. Well, we've gained some new cards, and even though they may not help the Chaos version of a stun deck, they do help stun decks in general. And what they are the hands, Ice Hand and Fire Hand. So I've created, I've built a hand stun deck, I guess you could call it. But it's basically just a regular stun deck, and I'm utilizing the hands in this deck. I'm going to try to write an article for this on legitYGO.com. If you could head over there and check that out. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that up. I'm wanting to write this on how this deck develops and where it goes from there. So, like, I don't know, let's get started on this. Let's check this out. We start off with 3 Ice Hand. Now, what this card does, this is from the new Dragon the Legends set. It's actually relatively inexpensive right now, so like it's pretty cool to pick up as many of them as you can right now, because I feel like these cards actually have a potential to go up in value quite a bit. But Ice Hand, when it is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can destroy one of your opponent's spell or trap cards. And if you destroy the spell and trap card, you can then special summon a Fire Hand. They are both level 4s. The Ice Hand is a Water Aqua, and the Fire is a Pyro Fire. This one's 14-16, this one's 16-1000. And Fire Hand, what it does is when it is destroyed, you can then destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field. And if you do, you can then special summon one Ice Hand. So you're going to get to destroy a spell and trap, and then special summon another monster. And then you're going to get to destroy a monster, and then special summon another monster. So, like, you're going to keep monster presence, and you're going to continually destroy things on your opponent's side of the field. So it's going to be a plus every time one of these guys is destroyed. So, like, it's going to help you gain advantage, and it's going to be nice. It's going to help you out quite a bit, being able to gain free advantage and keep monster presence. Because outside of those guys, like, none of the rest of your monsters really keep monster presence together. Like, DD Warrior Lady is nice. It's a very good surprise factor. You have the option to remove the monster that it is battling, but it is a 1-for-1. You know, free advantage there. Banisher the Radiance, another really good strong monster to put out there, removing everything from the field, but again, does not keep a lot of monster presence. However, it does help you control the game quite a bit. Evil Swarm Thunderbird. I'm actually going to play 3 of this guy. Kind of gives it a chain beat feel to the deck. He's 1650, can remove him, become 1950. But again, like, he helps you keep board presence, but in that same aspect, he removes himself from the board, so you're going to take some hits with this guy. So, like, you got to use him wisely, and, you know, but he's good. He helps you. He does help you gain some keep board presence. 2 Fossil Dyna Pachycephalos. Pachycephalo is a excellent anti-meta monster. You know, he's no special summoning. However, he is kind of small, but he does give you the advantage, or give you the opportunity to gain some advantage when he is set face down and then flipped. He destroys all special summon monsters, so, like, that could be crucial. And this guy, backed up with some good back row, can shut down the dragons again, which are getting a lot of play right now. 1 Thunder King, because we only get to play 1. So there's the monsters. I believe it's 18. I don't remember. Again, guys, I need to start counting these things before I start doing deck profiles. Alright, spells. Triple Pot of Consistency, or Pot of Duality. It is what it is, guys. Like, you got to see cards, and Pot of Duality allows you to do that. Triple Forbidden Lance. Actually, let's talk about duality a little bit longer. You've got to see cards, but I'm not running like Allure. I've only got 3 dark monsters, so Allure doesn't make any sense. And I'm not running Upstart Goblin. At the moment, I'm not a big fan of Upstart Goblin. Like, I want to see cards, but Upstart Goblin gives my opponent that 1,000 life points, which makes their their Solemn Warnings free and makes their soul charges free. And I don't know that I want to give my opponent a free soul charge late in the game. Excuse me. But yeah, so Pot of Duality is the only real draw power that I have in the deck. Triple Forbidden Lance. I want to win battles, and I want to be able to protect my monsters. Triple MST, like, this could easily go down to 2, but like I said, this is the beginnings of this deck, so I don't know how often Ice Hand is actually going to resolve. If I'm able to resolve Ice Hand as much as I want, and I'm able to destroy the back row with its effect, then obviously MST is not going to be as important. And if I've got the Lance in there to protect from the back row, like, is MST really that needed if I'm already going to be protecting from that back row? So, like, I don't know, but like right now, triple MST is there, and that's where I'm starting from. 1 Book of Moon and 1 Dark Hole. Dark Hole is a very essential right now. With the Soul Charge play, your opponent cannot use their battle phase, which is something I need to remember. I was playtesting, and I just wrecked my opponent one game because I continued to attack after I Soul Charged. So I soft cheated that guy and didn't even realize it. But anyway, if you live through the Soul Charge play and you're able to not be in a situation where it's an unbreakable board, then you're going to have ways to try to attempt to break that board. So board swipers like Dark Hole is going to be extremely important, just to try to reestablish your advantage after your opponent plays Soul Charge. So, being mentioned, Soul Charge, I'm playing 2 of. I don't think you need to see 3 of it in this deck. Like, you don't need to see it in the first hand, so I don't see a reason in you wanting to play 3 of it. So, yeah, like, Soul Charge just stays there at 2. Alright, there's no real crazy combos with this deck that you would need to try to pull off on turn 1. So, like I said, there's no reason to have triple Soul Charge. The traps. Double Vanity's Emptiness, I want to shut you down from special summoning. Triple Fiendish Chain, I want to stop your attacks and stop your monster effects. Bottomless Trap Hole and Torrential Tribute are excellent answers to Soul Charge. Like, you can really tick off some people with this when you answer their Soul Charge with the Torrential Tribute. Solemn Warning and Double Mirror Force, like I said, you need to have ways to gain advantage back, and an opponent blindly pushing into Mirror Force can do that for you, gain you some advantage back. The extra deck. I don't actually have the extra deck sitting out here with me because right now the extra deck is really just a bunch of rank 4s. Like, there are no real significant rank 4s that I want to talk about. Exciton Knight is important. You can use Ophion. You do have the Thunderbirds. There is only one thing that I do want to talk about when it comes to the extra deck, and that is that the Fire Hand is Pyro, which means 2 Pyros can give you Infernal Flame Vixen. Now, Infernal Flame Vixen takes 2 Pyros. Once per turn, you can detach one Exceed material from this card. This card gains 500 attack until your opponent's end phase, making it 2,700 attack. When this card with 2,500 attack or more is destroyed, target 3 monsters in any graveyard and banish those targets. So this guy becomes 27, or girl becomes 2,700, and is a triple DD Crow if it is destroyed while it has more than 2,500 attack. So, like, this guy can get big and get over some monsters, and if they do have a Mirror Force or some kind of way to answer this and destroy it, like, you have the way to just do silly things and remove monsters from their graveyard. So, like, it could become extremely important in a lot of games, and with those guys being Pyros, you can bring him out. Also, with you running the 9 hands, there's also Prominence Hand, I believe is the name. If you control another hand monster, you can special summon Prominence Hand. He's like 600, 800 attack and like 2,000 defense, and he's also a fire pyro. So if this is a card that you're interested in, and the hands are interested, you're interested in playing a deck revolving around the hands, kind of like what I have here, Prominence Hand is something you may want to look into. So like the DE Warrior Ladies could easily come out for Prominence Hand and leave this deck fairly the same. Now, remember, guys, there is a lot of cards in this deck that clash, mainly because what I'm doing here is I try to play these decks, these stun decks, in a style that are standalone monsters. Like, if I'm putting Fire Hand on board, I'm not going to summon my Banisher. I'm going to make my opponent answer my Fire Hand before I put my Banisher on board. Or if I've got a Pot of Duality in hand, I'm not going to activate it if I have my Thunder King on board, obviously, because I can't resolve that effect. So I'm going to save those cards until a better time, along with like the fire and ice hands. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where those are on board with Fossil Dyna. These are all just situations that you have to be aware of while you're trying to play this deck, because these guys are really, really good by themselves, but you can easily put yourself in a situation where they can be hurt by each other. So just play intelligent. You have to play intelligent. Make sure you're keeping track of what's going on and don't lose yourself in the moment, and not be aware of basically the environment. So there you go, guys. I appreciate it. Subscribe, comment down below. Make sure you head over to Legit YGO and check out the articles. Also head over and check out Legit MTG if you are interested in any Magic the Gathering articles. I appreciate it, guys. Show us how much you love us.